Hello everyone. So we have started with the unit 5th and we did the first topic of the second subunit, that is the integrated vector management. If you had gone through the previous video, you must be aware of the concept of IVM, the history of IVM, some merits, feasibility, that is a practical approach, and some demerits of the IVM, that is the integrated vector management. So in continuity with that topic itself, there's a little topic, key elements of the integrated vector management. We'll take up today this topic. So if you remember, if you haven't gone through yet, please go through the previous video, because only then you will be able to understand this video itself, that what are the key elements actually. So once globally it was framed that the only way we can get rid of the vectors collectively and in a well-mannered way is the integrated approach of the vector control. So keeping in view, first of all, in the year 2004, WHO adopted a global strategic framework on IVM. That is, they considered that it is only the IVM as a new approach which can be used for the vector control. So the first step was taken in 2004. Then comes that once the countries had decided, globally it was decided that only IVM can save us from the vector disaster now, then there is a need of making up a framework, a plan, how we are going to implement our actions that needs to get a proper plan. Only then a thing can work. Only then IVM could also work. So taking into account, in 2007, a consultation group assessed the need for IVM, and in 2007 itself, they drew up a strategic plan. And one part of that strategic plan was framing the 5 key elements for the successful implementation of IVM. So as I said, कोई भी अगर हम प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट करते हैं, so we have to make its road map कि हमने वो प्रोजेक्ट चलाना कैसे है. So for that thing only, there were 5 key elements which were framed, that how we are successfully going to implement this IVM. So what were these 5 key elements? Let's see that. So those 5 key elements were advocacy, social mobilization, and legislation, followed by capacity building, intra and intersectorial approach, evidence-based decision making, and integrated approach. So these are, in summary form, the 5 key elements of the IVM. So I'll take one by one all these 5 points. So first is advocacy, social mobilization, and legislation. Advocacy means public support for a particular cause or a particular policy. That means that once a policy has been framed, it cannot be implemented once the public associated, the people who are going to be directly affected those policy, they agree. For example, we have prepared, the government has prepared, or WHO has prepared a protocol for COVID. But that protocol will not be implemented unless until people are ready to accept it. We have made a protocol that use masks, keep 6 feet distance, but it is up to public, first of all, that they need to accept this thing. So advocacy means whatever plan you make, you need a public support for this plan. And to generate this public support, we have to educate the common masses that what is the use of wearing mask. So why we need to, in the same way for vector management, we can say that we have to advocate a policy that why we are using, for example, in Africa, mosquito repellent nets were being used commonly. But there the common masses had to be first persuaded that why these mosquito repellent nets are useful for you. So whatever plans were made, public support is required for that plan. That is the advocacy. Then social mobilization means that process of bringing together all these societal and personal influences to raise awareness for a cause. That is the social mobilization. Means you are starting a particular cause, then you have to see what society is different, whether it is NGOs, whether it is government organizations or the personal people, voluntarily people are doing that practice. We have to convince those people, we have to bring together the NGOs, the government agencies, as well as the personal influencers, the volunteers, that they need to come together and they need to understand the use of any policy, how this policy is going to help. So once the integrated vector management came into practice, First thing was the advocacy, that is, the general public was made aware and was taken into confidence. Secondly, the societies, whether they were government associations or they were non-government associations or voluntarily people who were participating in the vector management, they had to be convinced that integrated vector management is of significant use. And third thing is, whatever laws, whatever policies are made, they have to be authenticated by the legislation. No government can do anything on its own unless until the legislation, the law does not approve it. You cannot start using a COVID vaccine unless until it is approved by the legislation. So all these points, advocacy, social mobilization and legislation, they must be clear that when any policy regarding the integrated vector management was to be implemented. एक छोटी सी बात लेते हैं, जैसे आई सेड अफ्रीका में मॉस्किटो रेपेलेंट नेट्स वर यूज्ड, लेकिन वो ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि गवर्नमेंट ने कहा ये नेट्स ले लो, ये लगा लो. नो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जनरल पब्लिक वाज मेड अवेयर, देन द associations, the workers who were associated with the control of the mosquito in Africa, they were to be brought together, and thirdly the laws were to be made to make the use of these nets publicly. Fine. So hope this point is clear. Advocacy, social mobilization and legislation. Then second point is that integrated का मतलब ही ये है that you have to bring the various sectors together. We have to bring the various sectors together. So for that there has to be a collaboration within the health sector and there has to be a collaboration of the health sector with other sectors. वो कैसे? For example कि कोई भी disease है, for example malaria या डेंगू, कोई भी disease है. So in order to control the dengue, not just the upper institutes या high level के जो hospitals हैं या कोई भी medical workers हैं, only they have to be made aware. No, you have to make aware the people at the village level, the sub-district hospitals, district hospitals and everywhere. Wherever the health workers are there, even the nurses, they have to be made aware of this integrated vector management and they have to work collaboratively. कि अगर कोई डेंगू का पेशेंट सब डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल में आता है या किसी विलेज लेवल के किसी भी हॉस्पिटल में या क्लिनिक में आता है, सो द वर्कर्स दे हैव टू कीप अ चेक कि इसके सिम्टम्स कहीं ऐसे तो नहीं है कि हमें हायर लेवल पे इसको रेफर करना पड़े. सीधी सी बात है, अगर विलेज लेवल के लोगों को पता ही नहीं होगा डेंगू के कंसिक्वेंसेस क्या होते हैं या डेंगू के सिम्टम्स कैसे क्या होते हैं, कब हमें डेंगू के पेशेंट को सीरियसली कंसिडर करना है या कब उसको होम सिकनेस देके घर पे ही रखना है. सो ऑल दीज हैव टू बी कोलैबोरेटेड. So these collaborations within the health sector means that collaborations have to start from the lowest village level, then local level, then urban levels, and then the high-tech institutes which are involved, the government institutes which are involved in the health sector. Fine. Then with the other sectors, health sector तभी अच्छे से work कर पाएगा when it is in collaboration with other sectors. For example, municipality. For example, with the policy makers. So all these have to work together in order to make the integrated vector management effective. Then integrated vector management का third, the key element is integrated approach. It's a very simple point. Whatever we can do, whether it be the use of chemicals, whether it be the biological control or whether it is the environmental control, employ every method that you can within the limits. Employ every method but within the limits. आप chemicals use कर रहे हैं तो सिर्फ chemicals use नहीं करना because they have the negative impact on the environment. So chemicals के साथ साथ environmental control को भी use करो. Chemicals के साथ साथ biological waste को भी use करो. So integrate all the approaches in order to control a particular vector. So that is the integrated approach. Then evidence-based decision making. Whatever policies या whatever methods are being used for the control of the vector, they have to be dependent upon the area to area. For example, recently there's a news that we have found the vaccine for COVID. But what happened at the same time, there's another news that a new strain of COVID has appeared. So it means that research is continuously been going on. Now, for example, mosquitoes, we were using DDT very effectively against mosquitoes, and mosquitoes, they were quite in control. Then what happened? In the new research, it was found that the mosquitoes became resistant. So we had to shift from DDT to some other mechanism. So whatever plans we are making, whatever methods we are using, we have to take into account कि वो method किसी एक area में successful होंगे या इस area में हमें कोई और method लेना पड़ेगा. फाइन, क्या ये केमिकल इफेक्टिव मॉस्किटो के लिए अब है या यहाँ का मॉस्किटो उससे उस केमिकल के लिए रेजिस्टेंट हो चुका है. फाइन, सो बेस्ड अपॉन दैट यू हैव टू टेक कि किस जगह पे कौन सा मेथड सक्सेसफुल होगा. प्लस एवरी डे न्यू रिसर्चेस हैव टू बी डन. ऐसा नहीं है कि वी हैव फाउंड अ केमिकल, ये बड़े इजीली टिक्स को किल कर देता है, अब इसी केमिकल को हम सालों साल यूज करते रहेंगे. नो, एवरी डे न्यू रिसर्च हैज टू बी मेड एंड न्यू पॉलिसीज एंड न्यू मेथड्स हैव टू बी born so that this vector control never stops. Though vectors, they become resistant, but our approach toward vector control should not stop. So this is a continuous process of vector control. And last point is the capacity building. Capacity building means that you have to develop proper infrastructures. It is like policies are being made, but when we have to implement those policies, you need resources in terms of finances, you need resources in terms of manpower. कोई भी हम अगर प्लान बनाते हैं तो उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए मनी भी चाहिए, उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज भी चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द डिजीज, वी फाउंड अ मेथड दैट दिस मेथड कैन कंट्रोल द टिक्स एंड माइट्स, बट हु इज गोइंग टू एम्प्लॉय दैट मेथड? अगर हम कोई स्प्रे निकाल दे और हम बोले कि ये स्प्रे करने से हम टिक्स एंड माइट्स को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, देन वी नीड फैक्ट्रीज टू मेक दैट chemical. We need workers to spray that chemicals. So we have to be strong in terms of all the resources. We need infrastructure, we need money, we need man in order to implement that process also. So these 5 key elements, they are very simple, but based upon these 5 key elements only, the entire integrated vector management is working. So I hope this topic is clear to all of you. Just go through all the 5 key elements. And before going through this, it is important that you go through the previous topic, that is the concept of the IVM. Thank you.